Hello, handsome kitty boy. Hi. What's up, bud? I'm gonna kick you out of my chair in a second, and you're not gonna be happy about it. Welcome back, friends, both crafty and mundane. I am Randi, and I almost had a nervous breakdown over dishes the other day. Let's chat about that. So, as anybody who is a longtime follower of the channel knows, I am a single mom to two boys. I have been divorced for 5 years now, going on 6, and next year on what would have been our 12-year wedding anniversary, I will have been divorced for as long as I was married. Still not quite sure how I feel about that. But anyway, here's the big deal. You will note that there are piles of stuff behind me. More piles than there usually would be, especially considering the way I have been keeping house lately, which has been going through with 45-gallon contractor bags and just getting rid of things. I realized that we have been here this is the start of the 3rd year we will have been in this apartment, and that is absolutely insane to me, and I am not a fan. But realistically, we're probably going to be moving to a different apartment in a few months because they are jacking our rent again, because there are no laws for rent control to prevent slumlords from doing so in Washington state. But that is neither here nor there, because this is about dishes and letting things go. For the longest time, I have held on to the set of dishes that my ex-husband and I received for our wedding. You know, you're supposed to get dishes to start your new life together and all of that fun stuff. Right. Well, despite their attachment energetically and otherwise to him, they were still functional dishes. And with me having such a limited budget, it was pretty much impossible for me to find a way to let go and get rid of this set of dishes, because they are functional dishes and they're just dishes, right? Who cares? It's just a thing. That's what I was thinking anyway, because now I finally had enough little bit of extra to get myself a new set of dishes. Similar in color, but different design, slightly better shapes. Still heavy as hell earthenware dishes, which is what I like. I don't like the plastic things. And when I got the new dishes and put the old dishes into the box, I still haven't decided if I'm going to attempt to donate them, attempt to sell them, or if I'm going to save them and go to a rage room and smash them to pieces, because I feel like there is enough negative energy tied to them that unless I heavily sage the box before I donate them, I don't need to pass that negative shit on to somebody else. You know. So as I was boxing them up, I honestly, unexpectedly had a lot of big feelings about those dishes all of a sudden, which I thought was very strange. I want nothing, honestly, to do with my ex-husband at this point. I just want peace from the man. I don't want to have to go to war with him and battle over everything constantly. I just want to be done and not have to deal with him. I look forward to the day that my boys are both 18 and I will not have to worry about interacting with him ever again, with the potential exception of if the boys go to college and have a graduation, or if they get married themselves someday. I might see him at those events. And you know what? Those few occasions, it's fine. It's whatever. I just don't want him in my life anymore. And that's totally okay. And that's totally fine. So then why did I put these dishes in a box and all of a sudden was practically in tears over it? Well, psychologically, it's easy to understand because it was grief, and those dishes are the last remaining thing I have of our marriage, with the exception of our children. And when I realized that, it just kind of punched me right in the gut. And I still have the box sitting there because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking that I should just write free dishes on the side. They're all packaged up nicely with like bubble wrap and everything so they don't get broken. And just put it down by the dumpster where people come and get things, so that if anybody wants to take them, they can, and if nobody wants to take them, they can chuck them in the trash compactor, and it's just not my fucking problem anymore. But yeah, that was how things went for me. And I'm moving past it because I have so much more stuff to go through. I realized all of the boxes that we had packed, because we don't have any external storage anymore. And I finally got rid of my loft bed, which I'll potentially pop up a picture of the way that the underneath of the loft bed that I intended to use as a desk space pretty much just became like an 8x5 storage space. 8x5x5, I guess. And, you know, it was necessary for a while, but I got the urge once we got back from our visit to New York. We went to New York at the beginning of August. It's now September 18th today. I decided I wanted to go through things and I needed to make a big drastic environmental change because my productivity in this space has been affected. I am tired of being bummed out all the time. I am tired of being walled in by stacks of crap to the motherfucking ceiling. As you can see, there's still some stacks of things to the ceiling. However, I am getting to the point where I finally have empty receptacles. I have gotten rid of enough things that I have empty boxes, and not just cardboard boxes, but empty tote bins. And that is a big deal. I started going through the things in cardboard boxes and realized that I had a box that had my mom's handwriting on the side of it that was full of trinkets and things from when I still lived at home. You guys, look at this crap. Okay, some things from that box I decided to keep, and a lot of them I looked at them and went, you know what? Nope, that's not for me. There have actually even been a few things where I went, yes, I definitely want to keep this. I put it somewhere prominent in front of me and looked at it for a few days and said, you know what? Screw that, it can go. Bye. Into the trash it went. Gone. This, which you probably won't be able to see much because of the glare, prom 2004. This is from my senior prom, you guys. Again, I'm like, this is a functional cup, and if I choose not to use it as a drinking cup, it will serve well for pens, pencils, scissors, whatever. And I'm to the point where if something were to happen to it and it broke, I'd go, oh well, and I would throw away the pieces and be done with it. So, I've been working a lot on mindset shifts, and the space feels so much better already. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I am trying to change my normal functionality, which is I am going to take a 14-hour block of time and I am going to do every single motherfucking thing in the universe in this 14-hour block of time, because it is the only time that I have, because I work too much, I don't get to spend enough time with my kids, and when I'm not working, now I'm having to drive all over creation because they're in 2 separate schools and the start times and end times are staggered, so that's screwed with my availability at work, and all of these things. So I am trying to take my day and organize it into more manageable chunks of things that need to be done. If I don't have an hour to dedicate to a task, okay, take 10-15 minutes. That time that I spent scrolling on Twitter, doing nothing, accomplishing nothing, not even commenting on anything, just because I didn't want to acknowledge life and existence and my never-ending to-do list of things. I could have taken 10 minutes and washed some of the dishes, folded part of a basket of clothes, vacuumed at least one room, gone through a box. So I'm trying to get better about breaking the day up into smaller pieces. Because for some reason, I have gotten into this mental rut of, oh, well, I work at 3 o'clock today, and it's 8 in the morning. That means that I've only got 7 hours of time. I can't get anything done because I don't work until later in the day. That's 7 hours of time. That's a lot of time. Where did that mindset come from, and why has it been so hard to push through it? I don't know, but I don't like it, and it can screw all the way off and get down the road because I'm done with it. So, moral of the story is, it's okay to let things go. I have no intentions of becoming a full minimalist. However, my dream is that when the boys and I eventually do get to move back east to New York, whether that is in a few years or if, God forbid, I really hope not, I have to wait until they're both 18, I want all of our possessions to fit into one U-Haul. One. That's it. I live in an 800 square foot apartment. There is no reason to hold on to all of these things for eventually, not knowing when eventually is. I need a more present future action plan to be a functional human being. I can't keep living for this, oh, well, eventually, someday. No. But what about tomorrow? I'm so focused on getting the fuck out of here because I hate it here. The cost of everything is through the roof. It's average of $5 a gallon for gasoline here. I don't want to be here. I'm not happy in the space, but I'm stuck in the space for now. So rather than devoting all of my energy to hating being here, I am devoting my energy to making this space as livable as possible because for now, I'm stuck here whether I like it or not. Which I obviously don't like, by the way. Just in case you couldn't tell. I do not like. So, all of that being said, let it go. If you don't need it, if you haven't used it in the last 6 months, and you're not going to use it in the next 3 months, get rid of it. Donate it, trash it, sell it, give it to somebody else who might need it. We are largely drowning in things because so much of our identity has been wrapped up in the type of person that I am is represented by my possessions and the things that I have. It's okay to want to display certain things to show off who you are and what you're about. But do you really need all of those random copies of books you have no intention of reading on your bookshelf because it looks trendy? Do you really need 5 skeins of that exact same type of yarn when you haven't knitted or crocheted anything in literally 2 years? I'm going to be going through my yarn and greatly reducing my stash. I will be attempting to sell some of it in my Etsy shop. And if it doesn't work after a couple of weeks of having things listed there, I'm just going to put it in bags and take it to the thrift store because I want it out of my space. I want to reclaim the shelf space so that I can finish organizing the things in my room and getting more crap off the floor. Like I said, I'm done. If I lived out in the country and had a big enough yard where it was safe to do so, I am so tired of sorting and categorizing things that I would literally just take it out in the lawn, squeeze some lighter fluid on it, and set it on fire because I am just over it. Yes. Kill it with fire. So, I hope that you all are doing well after listening to me just kind of rant for the last 15-ish minutes. And I will catch you all eventually. It seems like 5 months is about 4 to 5 months is my new publishing schedule here, because I'm going to post here if and when I want to, and I can't deal with the mental anguish of, oh, I haven't posted in so long. Nothing I post is going to be received by anybody. I can't. Can't do it. So, that's it. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.